Today I want to talk to you about the reality of card ripping. That's right. I've been doing card ripping now for about a year or so. Yeah, it's been about a year now. I think I've about just hit my 1 year anniversary. I do remember it so vividly this time last year, minus a couple of weeks. I was down in Florida, and the Bubba Love Sponge Show was doing a content house, and Seth and Brian, they've always been really big into cards, and they have their own Blizzard breaks now, and you should check them out on Facebook. I'll give them a plug there. But I just remember watching them doing the card opening and ripping and the breaks and stuff, and just kind of being very interested by all of it. And it caught my eye. So when I got home, I started looking for cards. And I think the first one I ever got was like a 2023 to 2024 Phoenix basketball blaster box. And the rest is history. I've been here doing it ever since. Sometimes I wish I hadn't, because I have spent a lot of money doing it, but I have made some money doing it. In fact, I did rip a out of a blaster box similar to this right here. I actually ripped a Caitlin Clark autograph from the WNBA Prism box. This was numbered out of 25. It was actually number 1 out of 25, which was super memorable to me, and I ended up selling that card. It was by far and away the highest value card I've ever pulled, and it's all been downhill since. And actually, I've been on quite a cold streak, but I wanted to talk about more of the importance. We are actually going to rip this box. This is a Topps 2025-2026 basketball. This was a Black Friday box. My wife found one of these still at our local Target here almost a week later. So we are going to actually rip this here on the video, but I wanted to kind of talk about just kind of some of the pros and cons of it, because it's mostly not great, honestly, because you almost certainly will not get your money back. This box right here, I believe, is valued at either $29.99 or $34.99, and the likelihood that you will actually pull the right cards in this box to make back that money, it's highly unlikely. You probably will not do it. Can you on a whim do that? Yes, you certainly can. I've certainly purchased a box before, even what they call a mega box, which is double the size of this. It's about double the price, and I have made money back on that. So not impossible, but usually not very likely. Or it's not like you'll make nothing. Well, actually, in the case of this box that I opened last week on Black Friday, that the camera cut out on me and I didn't get to finish the recording, I didn't really pull hardly anything out of it. In fact, I think I made back about $11, which is still good. It's good to know. Like it's a lot like a lottery ticket, right? You buy the lottery ticket, you hope for a win, and generally you expect not to win, and usually you don't, or you win back a few dollars. I guess the only difference is with cards is that you actually have something tangible that you can hold, and there's an Ashton Genty card. You get something tangible that you can hold and keep, but the likelihood that it'll be worth anything, it's highly unlikely. So in my now 1 year of card ripping, card selling, card flipping, the retail way is by far the most volatile way to do it. The most likely way that you will not get your money back. It kind of sucks. It's unfortunate, but it is also fun, because there is that chance that you can pull something amazing, like a 1 out of 25 Caitlin Clark autograph that will sell for quite a bit of money. And so it is possible. I think that a lot of the people that I see on YouTube that talk about going on eBay, like let me find an example here on my table. This is probably not the best example, but this is a guy named Jack Besh. He's a rookie for the Raiders, and I just go on eBay and I like to buy every time I find some interesting Raiders cards, especially a guy like this who's not highly sought after. No offense to Jack, I'm sure he's a great guy and he plays well in what I've seen, but his value is not very high, so I can acquire these at a pretty low cost. And if the guy ever pops off, now you've got a card that you've acquired at such a low cost that you can then flip for more. And a lot of people, they do what's called rip to grade. And, you know, you can buy stuff out of here and try to get it graded and make your money back. That's kind of a loss. I prefer buying to grade, where you can buy these cards, you can kind of inspect their condition, and if it looks like it's going to do a good score, well, then you buy it at a reasonable price, and then you get it graded, hoping to get a grade 10, and then you sell it for more money. And that is essentially how a lot of people get rich at cards. Me, not so much. I'm impatient. Okay, I'll be the first to tell you, and this is why I've not made it huge in the card business, is because I'm very impatient. I don't want to wait the month or two that it takes to get a card graded, because PSA, that is where you're going to get your highest value card, without a doubt. And when it comes to them, they are, of course, the longest turnaround. You will be waiting for a very long time. Now, they did recently partner with GameStop in the last several months, and it's been widely reported that GameStop has some sort of a priority where if you trade it in through, or not trade it in, but if you turn it in through GameStop, the likelihood you'll get it back before people that send in, just like me, just mailing cards out to be sent. And so I haven't even tested that. That's how impatient I am. But I do have some cards around here that I think would be good candidates for that. And if that's a video that you think you might want to see, I'd be happy to potentially make that video. So that's really the way to go. But I really wanted to highlight here in real time, and all my videos where I've ripped cards is real time, but like actually like not make it more about I'm ripping a box to be seen on YouTube about me ripping a box, because those videos do pretty well for people, but actually like the mindset of buying a box in the store and then seeing if you can actually hit something that you're going to get your money back or you're not. So like I said, again, this is the Topps 2025 to 2026. Pausing for a thumbnail. I don't even know if that'll be the thumbnail. Come back and later and tell me if I use that for the thumbnail. 2025 to 2026. This is Cooper Flagg. He is the hottest rookie here. And we're going to go ahead and rip this thing open and see if we can get something back out of this investment here. And we'll find out if this was a lucky box. Now, this box here, I'll give you a context on this box just in particular. I've seen people pull a lot of cool stuff out of this. Unfortunately, the one that I got last week on Black Friday was just abysmal. Like I said, I made back about $11. I really didn't get anything crazy out of the box. But I've seen other videos of people pulling like autos out of this thing, low numbered cards out of this thing. And so I would just love to see like something amazing out of this box. I think that would be awesome. If I could be so lucky, and if not, then it's just not my day. And that's what happens. Sometimes it's just not your day. You're not meant to pull something crazy, and I understand that. And there's times where I like to just get packs just to rip. Like, I know I'm probably not going to hit anything, but I do like just the art of ripping, and sometimes you can kind of predict that. Like Topps, it's a cheap product, right? So you can go and get a pack of this for $3.99. You're probably not going to pull anything, and you're going to almost certainly throw that $4 away, but at least you kind of get the thrill of opening a pack of cards, and there's always a chance there. So, like these cards right here that you can see, these are all base cards, and if you go towards the back, that's where you're going to see a flipped around card. That's where they kind of call like the hits. Okay, so like these first half here, these are kind of base cards. They're almost throwaway because they're really not worth anything. Especially with Topps, I mean, they print a lot, so these cards just aren't going to be worth a lot. And here they have these blackout parallels, which is exactly what this is. This is Marcus Sasser. I'm not familiar with this gentleman here, but it's a cool-looking parallel, and that's what's exclusive to this box. Now, they do have numbered of these parallels. They may even have autographs of these parallels. I'm not entirely sure. 8-Bit Ballers. This is a parallel I first saw in the baseball product, and I really like it. It's not numbered or anything. It's not fancy, but I do like that. That's a local team there, the Wizards. Trey Johnson. That's pretty cool. And then you get a rookie or two towards the back, and then they end it with these last two cards here. So you kind of get like 2 or 3, above average cards in these Topps packs. Certainly there's an argument to be made about, Panini versus Topps. Panini famous for like Prism, Mosaic. I tend to prefer Panini because I just like the quality of their cards. And here's Alex Sarr. That's cool. Very, very shiny card there. That's nice. I have a bunch of his rookie cards. Panini cards just seem like they're of higher quality. But Topps does have Chrome, which is coming very, very soon, I hear. There's Ace Bailey. That's a sought-after rookie there. But again, this is a base card. This is probably worth $1 or $2. It's not going to be worth all that much. And Sion James. Topps has a product called Chrome, which is like their Prism. Like this is a Prism right here. I have a Prism over here, just so you can see. There's Sadiq Bey. The Panini cards just feel higher quality. I do think that Topps has a lot of better designs at time, and so if I could have the Topps design on the Panini quality card, which the closest thing you're gonna get is Topps Chrome, then that's fine. But the base kind of like paper cards, these are not all that great. So let's keep going here. Let's see what we can find. Nicholas Batum. That's the blackout parallel there. Khalil Ware. That's like a refractor, I believe. And you get a couple more. It's not always rookies towards the back. A lot of times you'll end it on a non-rookie. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we can find here. Okay. So a lot of just junk. Right there, right off the bat. A lot of junk. Another blackout parallel there. That's Najee Marshall. Okay, Paul George. This is 8-bit ballers. This is like a glitter, not a glitter, a foil parallel maybe. That's pretty cool. That's a unique one. Now, you're not rich here, but this could be maybe $3 to $4, perhaps. Could be. So you set that off to the side. That's what I do anyway. When I get these, I set them off to the side and just hope that maybe we'll find something interesting. All right, here we go. Paper, 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 paper. Flip it around. Clifford. And that silver one, too, that's not anything to be freaked out about either. Like, that's not like some gigantic card or something. But it could be an above average. If we're assuming, and most of these aren't even worth $1, but if we were assuming that was $1, well then that might be $1.50. That might be $2. So there's definitely some chances to get the above average. But most of the time, especially with Topps, you're not going to get that. So this box so far is a little bit better than my last one. Okay, here's a Scan and Slam. This is a cool insert. I like that. Mataz Buzelis on the blackout. I like that. Second year for him in the league. I got a bunch of his rookies. I ripped a ton of Prism last year. There's another cool insert. Max Christie. I actually have his brother Cam Christie. I have a one of his brother, which nobody on earth seems to want that card. It's a 1/1 autograph from Prism, but the guy hasn't played a ton, so it's like, well, people don't seem to want to have any interest in that. Hope we can get this in before this overhead camera dies. I tried to plug it in and the battery is dead. That looks like some sort of that's not numbered, but that looks like it's a little bit different than the others. I don't know. I'm going to set that to the side. I don't think it's worth anything, but I'm just going to set it to the side. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's cool. Blackout. Steph Curry. Look at that. That's like another one of those foil-looking ones. See, that could be... Now, Steph Curry has a nice market. That could be $5. That could be $10. That can be a couple of things. So, yeah, already, man, we're already better off than we were the last time around. I can already tell. All right, here we go. Just mosey on right through these paper ones. Okay, there's another rookie, this little silver one there. Rookie, non-rookie. 3 more packs. Here's a spoiler alert. We're not making this money back. I'm just telling you that right now. And I'm not mad about it. We're not making this money back. Here's another Alex Sarr. See that? That's interesting. That's a different design of that other one. It's a different insert. Brandon Miller, blackout. But we just don't have enough here to, I mean, we have 2 packs left in this box, and short of pulling like some crazy auto, we just don't have our money back here. And that's okay, because it's the thrill. It's why you do it. It's the thrill of ripping cards. All right, here we go. McNeely. There you go. That's cool. Blackout of Kyrie Irving. That's cool. There's Dirk on the 8-Bit Ballers, and that card's kind of bent, so that's pretty much worthless. This one, nice and shiny guy there. Coward. Nice name. Somber and Harper. Harper's actually a sought-after rookie. That's his base card again. That's maybe $1 or $2. It's not worth really anything. Last pack. All right. Let's get through the base. All right, Bernard King here on the blackout. And that's how we're going out. And sometimes, guys, you don't even pull the cover athlete. That kind of drives me nuts, I'll be honest. I mean, I have pulled some of his in other boxes, and I think I actually pulled one of his in the other one of these, but pulling the cover the cover athlete, rather, pulling the cover athlete sometimes is extremely difficult. And so, yeah. But I would say out of this entire box, probably the best pull of this entire box is the Steph Curry. That's probably our best pull right there of the entire box. Mr. Curry. So that's cool. And the Paul George. I'm going to estimate probably, I don't know, maybe $10-15 tops. And that's really being like nice. But some of these other cards, we can try to list them and see what happens. But yeah, that's, and in fact, maybe what we'll do in a future video this month, when I have some time, I'll go through these and find out what they're worth, and we'll do a follow-up to this video outlining what we actually made from this box. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate you guys checking out day 5 of Vlogmas, and ripping retail. It's a risky game. Just be mindful of that and go in with very, very, very low expectations. And if you can come out of that saying, you know what, I'm cool with spending $30 and I'm not going to see a penny of it back, that's cool. Rip your ass off. Like, seriously, go for it. It's a lot of fun. There are times where I say it, I'm like, okay, I have $30 to essentially pretty much rip up, burn, whatever metaphor you want to use, that I just don't care about this $30 and I'm just going to throw it literally into the wind. And you can get a box like this and rip and see what happens. And that's really what ripping retail is like. And if you really want to make cards into a business, honestly, it's going to card shows, going in those $1 boxes and trying to find those cards that, could be $3 to $4 or a little bit more, or cards where it's the right player, where it's worth sending it out to PSA to grade. And as far as that, I'll end on this. I think it's worth, if it's like a numbered card, if it's an autograph, if it's a certain type of parallel, like that Sadiq Bey that I showed off before, that's a green. Maybe not, maybe you wouldn't PSA him, but like, certain cards that are worth it. Like I would not send a base paper Zach Levine. This would not go into grade. That would not happen. But you kind of look at the cards and you kind of know, like, okay, this is worth grading, this is not worth grading, and you just go with it. So anyway, I appreciate it. If you want to see more of this kind of content, just comment down below. Let me know where's the sports card people at. I'd love to hear from you. And again, thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for checking out day 5 of Vlogmas. And I will see you tomorrow. Like the video. Hit subscribe if you want some more. And don't forget, the bell is down below. Ring that motherfucker. And I'll see you on the next one.